With the back-to-school season underway, it's the perfect time to make sure your child is up to date on their annual checkups. And joining us now to share what parents need to know is registered nurse and certified care manager with UnitedHealthcare, Brooke Hall. Good morning, Brooke. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for hosting me today.
Well, this is great information for our viewers, obviously. So when it comes to children's health and wellness, what should parents really be keeping in mind?
Going to your yearly well child visits is very important, and back to school is the perfect time to make those appointments so that you can ensure your child is up to date on their assessments, including speech, physical, social, emotional development, and their immunizations.
So how can parents best prepare themselves and their kids for these appointments to make sure that they get the most out of them?
Right. I really recommend creating a list of questions ahead of time before your well child visit. Take those questions or any concerns that you have about your child's development, not just physical, but also their speech or social development, behavioral development. Take those questions to your provider so that they can have an opportunity to talk with you about any of your concerns or questions, and you're maximizing the time that you spend with your provider. You can also ask questions at that time about immunizations that your child might be scheduled for, and your doctor can give you the best information and education about what's best for you and your family when it comes to immunizations.
Yeah, that's another big thing this time of year. Obviously, vaccinations and immunizations, it can be a little confusing. Could you help clear things up for the parents out there?
Sure. So vaccines can really help reduce or limit the effects of illness, such as the flu. And what we're trying to do with the vaccination is really just making sure that we're creating this circle of protection around vulnerable newborns, children, older adults, and those with compromised immune systems. And it's really important that as they are heading into school or daycare, preschool, and as they go out into their older teen years, that they have that level of protection so that they are achieving their optimal health. And again, if you do have questions about any of those vaccines, I think it's really important to take those questions and ask for more education and information to your provider.
Yeah, kids can sometimes be insular, especially when it comes to their parents as opposed to their peers. Do you have any tips or advice for parents out there, a Morning Blend viewing audience, who may be struggling to connect with their kids or to get information about how they feel their general wellness?
I think it's really important to talk to your child before the well visit so that any questions your child might have or any concerns that they have are able to be included in that list of questions that you want to take to the doctor. I think when a child has a voice, that's really important, and that those needs are being met, because we don't always think about them in the same way as a child does. So taking those questions that a child might have as well as the parent is a really good way to make sure they're invested and involved in their health journey.
Yeah, things can be overwhelming when you're a parent looking after kids. You have to remember things like, new backpacks, new curriculum books.
Right.
This is something that people need to plan in place as well. Is it important for them to, plan for these as they would do to go into the store to get new clothes and new shoes, etc.?
Absolutely. Take that list and kind of know what to prepare for. There's certain screenings. There's going to be developmental screenings, vision, hearing. There's lead exposure test, anemia test that your child might have. And as they get older, your pediatrician should also be talking about your child's safety, teenage safety, as well as ongoing health changes and developmental changes that come along. So really making sure that you've got what your child is going through and experiencing down on that list, so that you can approach your doctor with those questions.
Yeah, Brooke, we really appreciate all this information. For families who do want to learn more, where can they go for additional information and resources?
Yeah, they can check out uhc.com/children's wellness for well child visit prep resources, as well as information and education on immunizations.
Brooke, thank you so much for your time this morning. Have a great day.
Thank you.
For more helpful tips on how you can get prepared for the school year, just visit uhc.com/children's wellness.